explains a lot.
We'd like to call to order the October Recreation meeting. All councilmen are present. At this point, we'd like to go ahead and do the invocation and pledge of allegiance, both to be led by Councilman Oliver Joseph.
Bow our head, please. Dear Lord, give us the power to make the right decision here for the recreation, the kids of the Ascension Parish. Dear Lord, bless everyone up here. Also, bless this great parish, great state. And, dear Lord, bless all the armed forces members who serve this great country to give us the freedom and the rights for our choices we make. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to remind anyone who needs to speak at the podium, there's public comment cards, and go ahead and fill a card out and bring it to the podium. And also, we're going to have a chair addition. We need to add, I guess we'll put it as 4A, the substantial completion order for Lamar Dixon Gym. With that, we'll go to agenda item number 4, the director report by Director B.J. Romano.
First of all, guys, I'd say nice to meet you guys. B.J. Romano, Ascension Parish Recreation Director, new guy on the block. Met most of you guys before, you know, here and there, some for the first time. Thank you guys for the opportunity for this job itself. And like I said, look forward to working with you guys in the future. For the recreation report, we do have it mostly on a PowerPoint, so that's going to pop up in a second. We can roll through everything real quick. Gonzales Soccer Club is about to kick off. Their games will start at the new complex this Friday, October 13th. Starting next week, we got new bleachers, tables, benches, all going to be delivered out to the facility. It kicks off with a ribbon cutting ceremony this Monday, 9 a.m. sharp. Hopefully, see a lot of y'all there. Oak Grove Park's going to be closed. We're closed at Saturday, the 14th, all the way through this Monday for an election date that's going on over there. Our splash pads, both on the east side and the west side, are closed for winterization and some repairs that have to be made. Some more additional stuff. Our recreation prices for all our rentals of our community centers, gym, et cetera, things are all up now. We have prices and everything, and information on who to call, how to rent them, all up on ascensionparish.net. We're working with the technology department right now to completely update the recreation page, make it user-friendly as possible. For you guys, we provided a little short list of some proposed park improvements, some plan of actions for your review. You guys take a look at and see. Some of that stuff is current. Some of it's actually complete. There's a few little things on there that you know that we're getting ready to jump on short term. Some of that's some long term stuff. So we also provided, as requested, a few meetings now, a short list of our leagues and our participants, along with the presidents, for your review. So you should have all that information up there too. Just getting off, and 4 weeks into this, we hit the ground hard at the bottom way, trying to improve our parks as much as we can right off the bat. So got my little crew out doing some work, and we're gonna kick off here. I'm gonna just show you guys a bunch of little small things that we took off right off the bat. We've been in the various parks, you know, a lot of stuff. We got some stuff on, and wanted to show you a few little small things we're doing. One of the things I ran on when I was applying for a job, I said, look at a lot of stuff of our parks. It's just, man, it's not. We need money, yeah, but a lot of stuff we just gotta tighten the ship up a little bit, change our ways, new processes, you know, and show what we want to look like. I said my big deal was if it's got an AP sign on it, we need to take pride in that and make sure, you know, it doesn't matter where it's at, how big it is, or how small it is. We need to make sure that it's the best we can make it be. We hit Jefferson Park right out the bat. Look, the day we went out there, I'm telling you, there was trash everywhere. I mean, everywhere. It's stacked up here, thrown everywhere, all over the place, right? And we went out through, got my little crew out there, fire pit out there. I mean, it's probably been like this for a while. It's busted up, bricks are everywhere, you know, just laying around. It's just hazard, trash, unsightly stuff like that. Again, AP sign, it can't look like that, you know. Pavilions, dirty, glass broken everywhere. Got on it. We got a little requisition order in to repair the pit, but you know, so we cleaned it up, got all those bricks out of there, you know, got the hazards out. one of the biggest about the trash, I noticed there was only a few trash cans out there, like one or two, you know. It's like, and it's a big park, you know. So we added several trash cans. Notice right here, that's 15 industrial contractor bags we filled with trash, and a whole bed full of bricks. Got all that out there, glass, got it all. And in doing so, a lot of you guys might know my crew. We're 2 people down that we don't even have that's not even hired. That's on the staff that either resigned or were terminated. We hadn't replaced yet. Got another one that's injured. And another one that's basically part-time duty for some family medical stuff. And these 3 guys are here tonight, and I want to recognize them, Drew, Chase, and Greg. They got their own duties. They got to maintain and cut pretty much all 13 parks that we have and take care of deals. And yet they're still showing up with me on projects like this to go above and beyond, you know, to take care of this. And these were my 3 guys out there. And when we left that park, you know, it was shining when we left as far as what we could do. We repaired everything we could repair. Cleaned everything we could clean, not a speck of trash, you know, and like I said, you know, added those trash cans out there. I've been out there a couple of times. The trash is nowhere what it used to be for now, you know, so we'll see how long that lasts. Small projects, Prairieville Park, men's leagues play out there. We really haven't done a whole lot for them over the years. Big issue they have is when they're playing, you know, that we don't keep a lot of equipment out there, so it's basically a hand rake, stuff like that. So they can't do a whole lot to keep good. So we decided to do a little test run to see how it's going to work. We might put this at a lot of our parks, just a small turf pad, you know. I got some knowledge for some stuff that was done at Butch Gore Park. So we went out there, again, same little crew right here. My man Shane, electrician involved in that too. We all got out here, did this ourselves, got through, finished it up here. Took it to the next step right there. So left these guys with this, and it's something out of time. You get that afternoon shower out there with the ground is bad, they can't play. You know, the next thing you know, we're not giving the product that they came in for because they're having to have 3-4 games canceled a year. It can't be made up because it gets pushed back so late. You know, but this helps them out a ton right here. Hillaryville over there, we're out there. We're having to do some elevation on dirt work out there. We're trying to prepare to get ready to jump into what we're going to do at the park out there. So we're doing what the elevation toast had to do, get it raised up 1.5 feet. Playground equipment out there has got to be removed so we can finish phase 2 because we're nearing completion on phase 1 of the elevation. So we got to get that playground equipment removed. We've got quotes for outside entities doing it, and we're also looking into in-house removing it too, just to see what's more feasible, if it can be taken down by us and then put back together with no issues. Because it doesn't do a whole lot good if we take it down and we break half the stuff or it doesn't come off correctly, and then we got to pay somebody to come in and put it back up anyway, you know. So but we're looking into both and see how that's going to work out. Cross the river at Modest over there, we've had a couple of requests on the rock climbing thing over there. It's you know, it's nice in the shade right there, but it's only 2 big, pretty oak trees, and limbs fall down all the time. And, you know, we can't be out there every day to pick the limbs up. And besides the fact if someone's on it and a limb falls, or if they fall onto a limb, it's just a hazard. So we got plans in the work quickly to get out there and just relocate it within the park to a better spot. So Lemmonville's got a small pavilion where a tree fell through it. Same thing, where, you know, this is in the works here. We're going to replace the tennis on that, get that back up to specs. Our Oak Grove Center on this side. This place is, you know, it's one of our highest traffic areas we got. I mean, people see that every day, thousands and thousands of cars rolling through, and it just hasn't been, you know, it's been maintained, I guess you'd say, but it needs to be manicured, you know. So we're jumping on the manicure stuff. I mean, this parking lot's got to be restriped, and so all that's in the works right now. Small things, you know, all the signs are like this. They're all mildew. See that mildew like that? And this is something, again, shorthanded. My crew helped me out some, but this is me showing up for work, rolling my sleeves up. I mean, that's the same sign, you know. I mean, this is, again, if it's out there and it's our park, it's got to look like that. This is something small, but it's got to be like that, you know. Inside, you know, I mean, we're spraying and killing the grass, but, you know, that's a maintain thing. This is a manicure thing. It's got to look a little better than that, you know. So we got out there, hard work, you know, so now we're getting there. It's still not where we wanted at, but it's getting there. We do have issues on the splash pad itself. This black mildew just keeps coming back. It's been cleaned before. It keeps coming back. So we got all kinds of studies into it right now to figure out what the deal is. We did put in a quote to have it repaired, and they came back with a full-blown thing. So we're gonna look at that, discuss that with you guys probably another time, and see if there's other options too, a little bit less costly options to take care of it. But at the same time, this is one of our most popular parks. We can't have this out here constant. This is, you guys probably, we put this on it because you guys probably get calls every now and then, hey, Oak Grove, you know, and this is what they're talking about. This is what they're talking about when they call you up. So this is something we got to get on and get fixed. So Manicure again. So this is the entrance to walk in the door, So you got this big dirt patch right here. Just, this is the center that we rent. This is revenue generating place right here, And again, people they rent it for all kinds of things from parties to receptions and banquets and stuff like that. So they want, they want to have something that looks good. They may want to take a picture outside the building, with the whole group. This is something we can't have. So again, this actually here was me and my project person behind me, Miss Michelle right here, and bam, right there, done. One day, got it done, and again, something small, but it's manicured. Looks so much better, Southwood Village over here, same thing. We get out there, and this is a park that's kind of nestled in the back of nowhere, but again, it's got the AP sign up, It's a park that's got a lot of potential, it's got a lot of area out there, some more stuff we can do, but some more stuff we got to get taken care of a little better. So we get out there, my trusty crew over here again, along with their grass cutting duties, is busting their tail for. This is one day. One day we get out there and we spend almost a whole day, doing a whole lot of work. So we got this. Got it done. We got my main man Greg got it weed eated, but after we looked at it, after it got weed eated, it still didn't look good. It looked maintained but not manicured. So a couple phone calls, sand out there, river silt, bam. I mean, you can't. I mean, that looks so much better. So much better than what it was before. Pavilion, again, a lot of traffic out there, a lot of stuff goes on. Grass blooms underneath there. Again, it's just such an eyesore. Got on them, boom, got it cleaned up. And again, there's some more stuff's got to be done out there, but we got it rolling. Small stuff, like I said, low cost stuff. Like this right here, this fence destroyed, both sides destroyed, right? Little manpower. There's my boys Greg and Chase again, jumping all on it. This didn't cost us a dime, not a dime. Couple little screws out of my own truck, couple little tools. There's your fence again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just small things. I mean, if I'm coming to a park, I want to see this. I don't want to see that. So got it done. This is another revenue facility. We rent this facility out to travel teams and other people to do stuff. So they use it for baseball. Infield's grown up over the break they have right here. So same little crew. Shane came out with that tractor. They jumped on it. We one day started tilling it up. A couple hours later, we got a baseball field. Revenue ready to roll back in again. And that's just where we started. We got several things that we've already done too, smaller things, and because there were 1,000 more pictures, I don't want to keep us here all night long on that. But like I said, it's if you take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves. Is what I think. So we can continue to improve the little things, it's going to become big things. So Hillary-Ville update is the next on the deal. Like we mentioned before, the dirt work's already begun. Elevation level had to be raised to 1.5 feet to be above flood elevation. Like I said,
Mr. BJ, excuse me one second.
Go ahead.
I mean, are you going to the next item, or that's still?
Oh, we're going to the next item. I'm sorry.
I
got you. Hey, I'm a rookie. Get me. Go ahead.
It's okay.
I'm rolling. She told me we got to get out of here. I'm rolling.
I'm loving it.
No, we did have a 4A though.
Forgot the 4A. You're right.
The substantial completion of the gym at Lamar Dixon. I don't know if Michelle wanted to present, or did we just?
The
It would be after 4.
the substantial finish out here. We got the deal. It was, our original contract amount was for $39,140. They came in, work at 100% complete at $39,140. So it all balanced out. We just need the approval.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Got a motion by Councilman Todd Lambert, seconded by Councilman Oliver Joseph. Any objections? None. With that, the motion passes. Now we'll go to agenda item number 5.
All right, item number 5 is our Hillary-Ville Park update. As I stated, dirt work's already begun. Elevation level had to be raised 1.5 foot to get, be in sync with our flood levels. That phase 1 is nearing completion, so the playground system is actually on the phase 2 side. So as we talked about it, it's going to have to be removed and then reinstalled. We're checking our avenues on that right now. We've got, like I said, got a couple quotes, but to hire a total outside company to do it, it's like just under $15,000. So we're still looking into other avenues to possibly cut that cost down if possible. There's also a walk trail out there. It's in phase 2. It's also below the flood level, so it's got to be removed and replaced. And the plan and action's all for that. As you guys know, Hillary-Ville Park is in line. It's got some stuff that has to be started and done this year from I think a federal grant or something like that we have for it. And we do have the plans, to get everything rolling, to have a restroom and pavilion work started before the end of the year on that. So, and that's it on 5.
But then we'll go to agenda item number what?
I just want to comment on them, just your crew. I know you commend them and everything, and just the hard work that y'all just put in this short period of time, BJ.
Yes, sir.
I mean, those some of the things that exactly what you say when people go into them. I know we done had people come here for South Park, Southwood, Southpaw?
Southwood.
Southwood. And just for you to address that area right there and make up some improvement, you know, that's a good start. Once again, I commend y'all on that.
Appreciate you. So that's them. That's some guys working hard. I'm there with them, but
Thank you.
they working hard. They double time. They're doing that my projects and their own normal job duties. So
With that, we go to agenda item number 6, the basketball registration.
basketball registration on the east side, we have the Ascension Youth Basketball Association. They're about to kick off their registration. It'll be held online. Lasts for about 2 weeks, and that kicks off on October 17th. Practices start in early December. Their games begin like second week in January and run for about 8 or 9 weeks. AYBA, as you know, last year had to shut down for a year because they used our middle school gyms, and a lot of them were affected by the flood, so they didn't have enough room, you know, to do it. So and coming back, they're back up and running, but there's still a few gyms short, so you know things are going to be tight as far as it goes. We're secured a couple extra gyms for them, still working on a few more to accommodate them, but like I said, we're going to get that rolling. That registration is about to kick off. Over on the west side, the registration opened up this past Monday. It'll end the last week of November. Their season's set to start the first week in December. Registration forms can be turned in at the rec office Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. off Old T-Row Drive over there in Donaldsonville. You can contact Ms. Ija Mitchell if you have any more questions, 473-3898, or email her at amitchell@apgov.us.
I'm gonna ask my question first. I know we discussed, I want to say it was at the last meeting, as far as the basketball on the east side, that they were maybe have one Saturday that they do it in person, just in case someone doesn't have access online. Did we ever explore that option?
That's
An in-person sign up.
right. I mean, that's a good idea, Miss. I had to get with my director on that side to confirm, you know, if we set anything like that up. But we'll definitely look into it. So.
Okay. Councilman Joseph?
Yeah, I was just wondering, yeah, I see you're talking about the gyms on the east side, but have we pretty much secured the gyms with the school for the west side? Right now, I know we only have the Lemon Center,
Right.
but that's the only gym.
Yeah,
we
we're
have.
exploring two options right now, and one of the others is going to happen. You know, we just got a final one. We're looking at Lowry,
Okay.
possibly somewhere else or whatever. Yeah, we're in contact. You know, again, we do a lot of back and forth with the school board, and we've been in contact with them, and we were going to have. I think we have a meeting Monday or Tuesday of next week to finalize it all. So, but yeah, that's
Okay.
all getting straightened out.
Good. Thank-
Any other questions? With that, we'll go to agenda item number 7, upcoming recreation events.
All right, PowerPoint to come back up. So we got kicking off, like we said earlier, we got the ribbon cutting at the soccer facility at Lamar Dixon. That's taking this place this Monday coming up, 9 a.m. As we talked about, basketball registrations kicking off on both sides. We have it's a small fledgling league we have. It's going on for a couple of years now, but it's starting to crank up a little bit. We have an adult flag football league, and this registration of that starts in November. That league kicks off mid-December and runs through. We also have a ribbon cutting ceremony that's planned for sometime in early December for the completed Phase 1 improvements that were done at Lamar Dixon at that gym. The recreation department itself, for upcoming stuff, is we are, a big thing that was harped on us, as I came in is, looking at different opportunities of how other recreation, operations can generate revenue, the avenues that they do it, through certain legalities and just whatever you can and can't do, so we can try to maximize what we can do. So we're exploring that right now. We're checking out how facilities like Youngsville does it. And they've got big complexes where they're generating revenues in certain ways through marketing, advertising, stuff like that. Out of West Feliciana, Zachary Youth Park, stuff like that. And we're looking at their models and how they do things. We have Lamar Dixon here. They got their models where they do certain things. So that's in the infancy of what's going on. We got talks, to them. So we're gonna figure out what's the best path and the best way to, if we can, co-work with somebody and do it seamlessly where nothing's affected, but we can get those get the revenue generated. It's any options that we're looking to explore. So I think that's, again, like I said, the soccer complex about to kick open on Monday. That's about it.
I just want to wait to the end and tell you, great job. I'm absolutely thrilled. I've seen the improvements at the parks. This just really makes my day. This presentation was great. Some of the little things, like getting the fees for the rental facilities up on the website, not just important to me, but it just shows the transparency of government, that people know exactly what they're going to get. Great job with that. I mean, that's something that I've been, asking for 3 months. You've been on the job for 3 weeks, and you got it done. BJ, fantastic. I see we got somebody here from the Pelican Post, so I want to make sure this gets in there, Wade. And this is what this is what I'm talking about right here, is that we have just, and I say we, I didn't do a damn thing. Greg, Chase, Drew, BJ, Michelle, they went out there and they cleaned up these parks. They got them to a point where they're respectable now. And I saw the before pictures. We had brick fireplaces that were falling apart. That doesn't happen by accident. There was trash everywhere. The trash doesn't bring itself out there. I don't know what's wrong with people that we're going to destroy our own property that we pay for and expect somebody else to come clean it up. If you're at a park, I don't care if it's not your trash. Pick it up, help us out. We've brought things up to a higher standard now. I'm asking the public to help us keep it there, because I hear people complaining all the time. We're spending money on recreation. We want to spend it on other things. Well, you know what? Help us save the money. Help us do more with what we have. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous that we have to go out to a park and see trash and see a brick fireplace knocked to pieces. That takes effort. I've tried to break brick things before. It's hard. I mean, I'm serious. So we have people going out there trying to ruin not just parish property. This is every citizen in the Ascension Parish. That's their property. Thank you. I mean, this is huge. One last thing. I see all this work y'all did. I would love to see some sort of, set of plans or projects that we can set out there for the public to see, that we want volunteers to come help us with. Because some of what I saw are things that a volunteer group, a church group, a youth group, Boy Scout group, I went and spoke with one recently about picking up trash. I'd like to see like a list of, hey, we need trash pickup at this park. If there's a Boy or Girl Scout club that would like to come out there, give them that opportunity, put it out there for the public. That helps everybody, and I know there are a lot of groups. The Beta Club, for one, that I'm familiar with, they have to do service hours.
Right,
This
it's
would be
a
great
win-win
way.
for some of those groups, because they need to get their community service hours, and, we all get the park clean, so it's a win-win for everybody, so.
Exactly. So if we can look at doing that the next couple of months, I think that'd be a great opportunity. Great job.
Thank you.
I mean it 100%. Thank you.
Councilman Lambert.
Yeah, BJ, I want to commend you also and for taking ownership of these parks with your staff, because you did a lot in 3 or 4 weeks. It's very impressive. I like the aggressiveness, that y'all taking with it and moving with it. And I know it's hard work, and once you get them where you want them, I think they'll be a whole lot easier to keep up.
That's the kind of
That's
model
the
we're rolling
main
right
thing.
now with my crew. That's my motivation for them. Hey, guys, guess what? When we get
It's
it
gonna
back-
get better.
When we
Yeah,
get it
that's-
there, then we can maintain this,
Yeah.
and it's a whole lot easier then.
Yeah,
So.
we appreciate all of that.
Councilman Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate everything, and our guys there, they hard at it. I see them out there, and I know what they're doing. Just a couple of things. Santamon Park. BJ, I know we got a little plan now worked out in case anything happens. What happens to all of our equipment now if we have a storm coming?
Right, so we'll be strict plan on that, jumping on the hurry, and everything's gonna be, we got a spot at Lamar Dixon. It'll all be transferred to Lamar Dixon, so.
I want to make sure that's very clear, because
Yes, sir.
I don't want to lose one piece of equipment,
Exactly, yeah.
due to anything with
Yeah,
water,
you
storm
know what,
water or
for,
anything.
hey, Mother Nature one time, that's fine, we don't have that excuse anymore, it's on us after that, so.
Sometimes we learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate and look, I'm looking through here, Stevens Park. I'm sure you've been brought, that we've had some wiring problems out there for quite some time. What's happening in this next phase?
Oh, yeah, we're on that right now. We got a quote on it now, looking at, the speedy and the most cost-efficient ways, too. We did, the guy we met there showed us about some LED lights, and he showed us just some stuff out there that's just outdated. It's causing a lot of the problems. This got to be replaced.
Okay.
And like I said, he also talked about, almost some seamless upgrades that you can do that'll provide more lighting and last longer. And that's the big key, that's the big, we're looking at, so at Butch Gore Park, okay? So you've got newer metal poles. I mean, I say new, they've been out there for decades, okay? These in the front, everything's done correctly. Man, I can't remember in 10 years I've been over there, them ever replacing the light. Like, they've always just worked, you know?
Right.
We got wood poles in the back of the park, though. Every other day, I'm having to call my man Shane up. Can you get out here and see about changing the bulb again? So obviously, there's wiring issues everywhere. But yeah, we got big issues at Stevens Park, and we've already been out there and gotten that. And that's one of the priorities for Stevens Park is to get that lighting straight for them. So
Appreciate that, and appreciate the completion on, with Keystone, with the pavilion there. It's really nice. So I think at the end of this month, they're gonna have a little get-together out there, so it worked out fine. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just, with Santamore Park, I mean, with the community center or the center they have there, do we have the direction of where we going with that in the future? Because, I mean, are we gonna?
nothing's written in stone yet. They're still trying to get the survey on it to figure out if it's got to just be torn down, you know, and if it is it going to be rebuild? Is it going to be turned into just a pavilion? You know, there's a lot of options they're still exploring right now, and I think it's because the building itself being so old, there's some things in there as far as the way it was made that may make it where it has to be torn down, you know. So they're just trying to get everything straight on that. But I mean, so I'm not trying to stick my neck out, but I mean, something's going to be done out there one way or the other. You know, if it's torn down, not sure what's going to be put back in its place, but something will be put back in its place. So.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to keep up with that there, because I know that was a community that was hit really
Right.
hard. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Well, before we adjourn, I'll go ahead because I mean, I know everybody was here when I had my rant last time, I guess about 2 months ago about Mr. Romano getting hired. Come on. And, you know, I'll go ahead and say I'm very impressed about what you're doing so far. You're doing a good job. And I look forward to continuing to work with you and having a good process done for the recreation and having good things done at each individual park and not just any one specific park. And to go ahead and make sure that the recreation department moves into I guess it'll be the 22nd century now.
Right,
because,
right.
We're in the like 1970s with the things we have done and looking forward to updating the park and getting things done that need to be done. And it was a great thing to make sure we have all the information that needs to be put on the website so people can go there and find out what needs to be done. I did have one quick question though, as far as I know we did mention as far as the volunteers trying to help clean these parks. Have we ever explored maybe getting with the misdemeanor court for Ascension Parish to try to get, I know some of Aaron clients are in there and they, need community service hours.
Right.
If they can go, if we can maybe partner
We
with them.
can definitely do that, and I'm pretty sure that's an option because I mean I've seen it before. Any government-run agency or state deal, they're accredited that the state does accept hours to them.
Yeah.
And then we do have a program, I believe, that we were at, at a certain point on the contract, where we could get regular inmates too. But yeah, even that would.
Well, not-
No, I know what you. Yeah,
just the community
separate.
hours.
Yeah.
'Cause I know you have the community hours that some people in misdemeanor court need, and also the individual who are.
And
also
I've been a
in-
part of it. We had before it became Ascension Christian, it was the old East Ascension Academy, but in between those two, Lazarus McDaniel ran an adult education center out of there, and he was state funded. So he was, he decided he wanted to get to expand his stuff into some sporting stuff and to use the facilities out there, football field. Some of that stuff had been abandoned for like 15, 20 years, and we were able to bring people in, just what you just said, for community service hours, court ordered hours, to come out and do a lot of that work for us. So,
Yeah, so I'd like to see if we can, I guess maybe meet with, I know the district attorney also has a program, as the DAP program, that people
Right.
also enter that need community hours. We could try to meet with them and also the parish court Judge Lambert, to try to see if that's something that could be done as well. Maybe try to provide an update maybe in a month or two.
right,
Once you have an opportunity to go ahead and meet with them as well.
definitely. So that's a great idea.
And, once again, I just like to reiterate, like I said, I had a rant. It was probably a long rant last time, but, glad to see that everything's going well. So I'll be first to admit that, I thought it was a bad hire initially, but it seems like everything's going well, and I'm looking forward to everything to continue to go well.
As I say many times, I don't like to talk about it, I like to be about it. So the first impressions don't matter because I'm going to show you no matter what. So it doesn't matter who it is, not just you, Mr. Turner, everybody, because that's, I take pride in everything I do. Same thing with these guys, and pretty much it might be It might be called Jackie Robinson and Stevens Park. That's BJ's Park, so it needs to, I need it to look right. Because people know me in the parish, when I
And
did
he's
stuff
already
at-
naming parks after himself.
Yeah. When I did stuff for Dusttown High School, when I left, look, my kids play at Santa Maria High School,
Oh, no,
but
we can't talk about that, Sean, and Sam.
yeah, but I did all the field maintenance over there. When I left, I wanted them to say that Dusttown field looked great, so.
Good deal.
Well, with
Motion
that,
adjourned.
go, motion
Second.
adjourned by Councilman Lambert, second by the other Councilman Lambert. Meeting adjourned.